disguise everybody so we don't look so white.
Oh god. I feel a hate crime coming on.
That's not a bad idea.
He just gets some red paint and tries
Oh.
Feathers.
Quick, kill a bird and grab its feather.
Yeah, what's the Native American equivalent of blackface? Let's do that.
red face.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how I'll go.
But yeah, I think a disguise is probably good.
There's nothing that can disguise kicks. Nothing.
Well, I could be a Native American centaur, right?
This is a map you guys are going to get to, so you guys can decide anything before now, but this is what it looked like at the border. So.
Which do they hate more, white skin or non-humans? You know, just weigh that out.
The council lands are actually quite tolerant of meta-humanity, even white meta-humanity, but they still don't like white people, like straight up. They don't like Asians either. Blacks are semi kind of tolerated, but not so much. They're racist all over. Basically, the council lands are not a nice place to be.
So I'm not trying to like make them look like they're totally Native American. I'm just trying to give them enough skin tone that if you saw them, you wouldn't be sure.
A little bit of bronzing.
So we all swing by a tanning salon before we head to the border.
Is
How
anyone
much does it
Spraying
blonde?
you with fake tan, basically.
Yeah, you can try to do it. Yeah, sure.
Nope. I assume since I'm the person driving, they're going to speak to me when they open a window, and I can be like, "How?" See what happens.
Oh god.
Oh.
Shoot us immediately.
For the
Well,
record, they don't all speak the same language.
Actually-
and that's like I think that's like what's that, Comanche or something? I forget what how was from, but it's not like they don't all just say how. Just
They all
I don't know.
say how.
Don't know about anyone else, but I'm checking out this sign. I think we should swing by Kitty Burgers R Us. That sounds
yeah,
delicious.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's what you think it is.
Oh, it's
Anyway.
one of those places.
Yeah.
Anyway, it sounds delicious.
We could actually pick up language skills. It's only 1 karma to like start to learn a language.
Yeah, you all just learn the fucking language.
On the drive over here, Murdoch's driving, and the rest of us are learning.
How long does
Whatever.
it take to learn a language?
1 day.
Well,
takes-
then you could take 1 day.
1 day.
You all go to fucking Texas School of Learning How to Speak in Native.
Fucking I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
I mean, yeah, I'd be willing to throw one karma into learning whatever they speak in the Salish City Council.
I think we'd be
Yeah,
okay
fun.
with just Tex because he's
Well,
the mouth.
82% of them speak English, and then 16% of them speak only Salish dialects, of which there's Salish, Macaw, Cascade Crow, Cascade Orc, Nukta, Sinsrock, and a lot of other different languages.
So we probably want to learn Cascade Crow.
Yeah, maybe.
You
Yeah,
can do
so
that next.
I'll put a point into Cascade Crow.
It's never going to be useful ever again, is it?
Probably
Never
not.
know.
Actually, as soon as I finish initiating, I'll have a thing called Linguo, where I can, for free, learn language skills at 1 rank.
Nice.
So you can just speak any language.
It takes
Kind of.
time, but eventually, yes.
Alright.
Not very well though, but because 1 is not the greatest. But yeah.
Something.
Yeah, high on psych with a decent intuition.
So wait, we have literally like darkened up a bit. Do we have to roll for this?
He has to
Oh.
roll disguise.
Roll for tanning. Yeah, how
And I'll be-
even did Tex get the spray tan?
I'll
We
be
just
high on
look
psych
dirty.
for this.
Do I
The-
have sight?
So before you disguise us, you just try and get high.
So before he disguises, he just gets fucking high.
Yep.
Fucking Shadowrun, man.
End up green.
Better attention to detail. You know?
Warren, what version of Shadowrun are we running right now?
5th.
Okay, cheers.
Do you want me to roll for everybody, or is 1 test enough?
You can roll for. Yeah, just roll once for everybody. Why not simplify things? I may make it a bit more difficult for certain people.
And we waited a day, so I got that point of edge that I spent back, right?
Yep.
I'm actually going to spend it now to reroll failures.
Can I buy a hatchet just before going in to look authentic?
So 7 hits on the guys. Okay.
Oh god. Yep. You're gonna try and scalp people now, is it she?
I'm only bringing my bow and arrow anyway. I can't be asked to bring my sword. Restricted or forbidden, actually. I don't have a license for it.
Alright, so anything else you guys want to do before you depart on this racially interesting mission?
You betcha.
Nope.
Kix will probably braid her tail.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll call one of my contacts, the bartender.
Quick and interesting note, there is actually a tribe of Native American centaurs, which is funny to me.
Kix is gonna educate herself on the Matrix about this tribe.
Yeah, they don't live anywhere near where you're going, so...
No, just, in case anyone asks, like, are you one of those? It'll be like, descended, yes.
They actually live in the place that Las Vegas is in, the Velo Corporate Council or whatever it's called. Yeah, they're a Plains tribe. So, nothing else? Anything else anyone wants to do?
I was planning on calling my bartender contact.
Okay.
He's gonna get the booze for the trip.
Yeah.
Well,
have to be drunk.
Party bus.
Yeah, get some booze for the party bus, and just ask him if he's heard any rumors about large amounts of people being smuggled over the border.
What's his connection?
1, loyalty 4.
Okay. He's heard from time to time some people skip over a bunch of orders. Sometimes they come in mass, sometimes they don't. UCAS and Salish are pretty light on the whole population control thing. UCS is a lot lighter than the Salish are because, the Salish don't want people coming into their territory unless they're Native American, really. But other than that, he hasn't really heard of large scale, jumping the border sort of things like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
People trickle in small troops every day, but not in massive groups. So.
I thank him and send him 50 million for the trouble.
Sure, he thanks you. Okay. Anything else?
All for me.
No.
I'm good.
Okay. So now this is an interesting question, who rented the bus legally in their fake Sin's name? Because this is an interesting point I need to know.
I figured Tex would, since he's the face.
Okay, so it will be attached to your Sin that you rented it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so Murdoch pulls up with Tex and gets you all on the day of the run.
Unless you want to, Murdoch, because you're going to be driving.
Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
I do have a driver's license, but it's only a level 1.
Yeah, that's fine, more or less.
It's not going to make a difference.
It's not something they'd check that much, no.
No, let's just say Tex. People that rent things for other people to drive all the time.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so the day of the run, you guys pull up and get everything ready. The bus is massive, so any equipment you want to bring with you is fine. Like I told you before, the guards where you're going in the border to Redmond are not the best of guards. They don't check things very thoroughly because they don't really care who gets into Redmond. They more care about who gets into the likes of Bellevue and things like that. So it's not a massively detailed border on either side. The only thing to worry about is the host, which is the thing that will automatically check everything. you already know beforehand from looking around and getting the word from your smuggling contact that you should keep anything unnecessary running silent. So any guns, anything like that should be turned off or like taken off the wireless network completely. But your comlink should be all on and up to date with your SIN ready and prepared, basically like a passport, basically.
The only thing I have wireless turned on is my comlink. Everything else is turned off.
Okay. Presume that's likewise for everything else, yeah?
Yeah, I only bought my bow, so...
Okay. Alright, so all weapons or anything else is turned off. So you guys drive toward Redmond. It's located at Touristville, so you don't have to go through like the shithole that is Redmond, so it's not hard to find it. About a mile or two from the border, you start seeing signs asking you to kindly, present your SINs for checking once you arrive via your comlinks or any other details you would like to give to the border officials. AOR displays then sort of, give you the latest information on various news articles, things you could read it in the handout that I gave you earlier. There's also millions of adverts which sort of blare along all the border, things from like the latest SimSense chip from Neonet to the, newest shampoo from As Technology are all like blared at you basically. When you finally do get to the border, you are stopped here at this gate. And a rather tired-looking UCAS military border guard, wearing what I know his thing looks a bit different, but he just seems to have a pistol holstered and what appears to be a taser, and some decent amount of military equipment, breaks away from talking to his friends here beside the ATM, and just sort of approaches you and slowly knocks on the window and indicates that he wants you to, roll the windows down.
Yeah, Tex rolls his window down, and everyone notices accent's totally gone when he speaks.
Okay, so he says, "Good evening, sir. What brings you to the border crossing today?"
Just heading back to visit some friends and relatives.
He nods and says, "Very well. Who are the rest of your entourage?"
Just some people I know. Friends.
So he sort of looks at like the trolls to the elf to the giant in the back and he says, "Interesting friends you got. Either way, just make sure you have your comlinks ready or any other identification via SIN ready for examination by the host. Thank you for your time, sir." And he just sort of walks away bored.
Yep, Tex thanks him as he rolls up his window.
Okay, so he goes back and he does a quick, puts his finger to the side of his ear, presses what is clearly an earpiece, says a few words, and the gate in front of you slowly rolls back. And you guys drive up. Right, so as you get there, this guy comes walking out, puts his hand up. He's clearly not UCAS, and he's very much Native American, and he just sort of, does a halting motion. Beside you, the sort of terminal scanner beside you does a brief scan of all of you, and all of you receive a request on your comlinks or any other active device that you have to allow a mark on your device. Do you allow it to mark you?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it marks you, and then it immediately sends a request to your comlink devices for SIN details, license and registrations, and things like that. After a few moments, it processes these, and let me just run a few checks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so everything is going smoothly. One by one, your comlink, Murdoch's comlink comes back with ping. "Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you for your time," "Thank you for your time, citizen. Thank you for your time, citizen," to Tex. "Thank you for your time, citizen," to, Amber. Then it gets to Firehead, and it says, "Discrepancies have been detected. Please wait an official." It gets to She and says,
shit.
It gets to She and says, "Thank you for your time, citizen." Gets to Kix, same thing. Giant, same thing.
Well, fuck.
I don't know him.
Okay.
How do you get on the bus?
So, for a moment, a bunch of officers get a sort of ping in their communications, and they start approaching. It looks like the guy is about to get to the door and look in, when he eventually actually just gets to the scanner and then kicks the thing and says, "Fucking machine," and then just walks back.
I wave.
And then they just sort of go back and, wave their hands to open the gate and get it cleared through.
That was close. They nearly found we had arsonist on bus.
They actually got just enough hits to see a discrepancy, but not enough hits for it to be a significant discrepancy. So they just thought the machine was like fucking up, or they can't be bothered to check it.
I drive on.
Okay,
Thank you, lazy.
Give him a thumbs up.
If that was any of the other borders, they would have checked you. So
Good thing we went the long way.
Yeah.
and good thing I didn't get one more hit.
Yeah, that too.
All right,
Clamps
so
were
they
good
let
to
you.
us.
Yep, they let you through, and you guys are on the road south of Seattle, or sorry, northeast of Seattle, and it will take you a while to drive around and get onto the interstate, which will be your most direct route. So do you want to go that way, or do you want to take like back roads and things like that?
The back road's the longer route, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Oh,
Now that we're through the border, Kix is going to take a hit of psych.
Yeah, we'll take the scenic route.
Okay, well, just for the record, it only lasts, I think, 12 minus your body, is it, in terms of hours?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
9 hours.
Yeah, okay. Because you guys might be driving for longer than that, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so let me see.
Tex gives you the nod as you bump your line of psych.
are we all just going to turn into a bunch of druggies by the end of
I'm
this?
not.
Hey man, this is the best.
Murdoch
what is the
refuses to take his meds.
But yeah, I'm the only one going to be off then.
So, just driving a vehicle is pilot groundcraft, correct? That's not like actual drive skill.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Murdoch, go ahead and make a pilot, make that test for me, please. Groundcraft.
You're jumped in, right?
I'd imagine I would be.
Yep.
You are a
think I would
bus.
be, yeah.
So you get the +2 for that, so.
I am.
Pilot
bus.
groundcraft, it's part of reaction, so I press 9, and then I can just
Add
press
the
plus
2.
2 on it.
Yeah.
And,
But
if
if you're
you're
jumped
in Hot
in-
Sim, you get the +2 for Hot Sim, and then also your
Yeah.
implanted control rig thing. It's rating as a bonus as well.
Remember, we figured out. Well, we did that last time. Yeah. So, what's your device
Uh,
rating on your control rig? I think it's like 4, is it? Or is it like 2 or 3?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was 4 if I remember right.
Yeah, so then it'll go to 8.
Well, just check it to be sure. Like, it'll be under your control rig, whatever it's called. Under your
His
gear.
rigger command console is rating 4.
Okay, yep, so it is then.
So you got
6.
+4 from that, and you got +2 from Hot Sim.
So 6.
Yeah, and I guess as I see Kix do a psych, I point at my new rosary and I'm like, baby Jesus, he is watching.
Oh, please, Giant.
Relax, Giant. It's legal.
Yeah, don't you
Easy.
remember Jesus turned water into wine? He
Yeah.
gets down.
Wine, by modern standards, is considered a drug.
There's chocolate though.
Might have accidentally put a plus in there. If I'm not sure if that's changed the result of this roll.
Don't know, I think it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, it should be fine. Yep. So, you're making pretty good time. Murdoch is a pretty decent driver, and he seems to know how to avoid the most of the traffic, and quickly gets you to a back road just off the interstate, but taking you straight up to Bellingham. Murdoch, can you please roll your edge?
How many herds of buffalo did we come across?
Some,
God.
probably.
My edge starts off as 5. Do I just roll?
You roll
I don't
5,
think there's a
that
button
was-
for it. Just okay.
Yeah.
Warren, how many of us die of dysentery?
This isn't fucking
Do you have
Yeah,
The
a
bus
that's
has a
real.
broken axle.
Oregon show.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Not a
about
glitch.
yeah, it's not a glitch, but about an hour into your trip up the road, the following happens. Let me just get your bus.
All the way at the back, I'm sorry.
So you've gone past Everett by now, and you're like well into council grounds or like heading up to Bellingham, which is the capital. So. Give me a sec.
What's she doing right at the back of the bus?
Sleeping, man.
He's the cool kid.
Yeah.
So feel free to put yourselves wherever you are. Anyway, after about an hour, and you're on a fairly like back track where only a few dozen cars pass every now and then, you start to hear sirens, and what appears to be a police vehicle of some kind, marked with the Sailors Today Council, symbol, starts blaring behind you, indicating they want you to pull over.
Run for it, Murdoch!
You want me to?
No.
Don't.
We haven't done anything. We're good. Everyone calm.
I pull over in a calm and collected manner. Unless should I like roll for if I'm like depressed again, because I might literally go for it if
roll
I'm feeling
for depression.
How often does
actually,
it have to perform that check?
Yes, you would have to do it because it's been a couple hours. So yeah, do it. Unless you're like
fine.
you're still fine. But unless you're like taking your meds, I'm not. So.
You've rolled 3 6s in a row.
Yeah, dude's
bipolar.
Dude's maintaining.
Yeah, I don't need my drugs to get me stable.
Oh god.
Pull over calmly.
That's a dark road.
So you pull over calmly.
That's proof. Yeah, you don't.
You pull over calmly, and 2 individuals get out of the car. And
instantly step out waving a gun around. That's how you deal with cops, ladies and gentlemen.
This one here starts approaching the driver's side of the vehicle, while that one just waits there and seems to talk over a radio. And he comes up, and raps on the window again, indicating he wants you to roll it down, or move down.
Oh god, has he come to my window? I roll down the window.
How?
How are you doing, there, officer?
So he just looks you over for a second and says, greetings, sir. What brings you to this part of council land today?
Our friends are just taking a road trip. We've come to see some other people around and thought we'd have a nice trip through the land.
He looks through your bus for a moment and says, "This is an awfully big vehicle for just 6 or 7 of you. Is there a particular reason why you have such a heavy seating vehicle, especially on a back road like this?"
As you can see, officer, we have some larger friends on board our bus, and they need to stretch out sometimes. Have you heard of deep vein thrombosis?
Make a contest for me.
I'm so proud of you.
And because that's actually hilarious,
which test?
you can have a +2 to the contest. Yeah, it's a contest.
Charisma plus conning.
Yeah, you
If
probably
don't
don't
have
have
it's
it.
just charisma -1 or +1 now because of the bonus.
Right, charisma. My charisma is 1, so
1 dice.
So 1 dice.
Pre-edge it.
And how many?
You should definitely pre-edge this.
Pre-edge it.
So what does this mean for me?
So
You roll your
7
edge.
dice.
Yeah, you add edge.
And if you roll
7.
any 6s, you get to re-roll them. And you don't have a limit either. You get
roll
2 re-rolls.
2 more. Yeah.
This is a really good roll already.
Mm-hmm.
4 hits.
Yep, 4 hits.
Not bad.
Okay. Alright, so he just sort of nods his head and says, "Yeah, I suppose. You definitely got a big guy in the back there." And he sort of points at Giant.
Yeah, I
Stretch
wait.
his legs.
Still, I mean, the bus is pretty big, but I mean, you haven't done anything particularly wrong. It was just, it's curious for a vehicle of this load to take such a small back road, if you know what I mean. So my partner and I felt the need to investigate.
I asked for the scenic route.
Yeah, we wanted to see the beauty of the land.
He nods.
It's a proud nation.
He nods and says, "Well, yeah, I suppose that's as good a reason as any. I enjoy drives myself." And then he sort of looks you over for a minute again and says, "You folks wouldn't be heading up to Bellingham, would you?" Which you are, because you have to head that way. Yeah.
I think we're heading through there, aren't we, Murdoch?
Yeah, we're pushing through. I don't think we're stopping unless we need to gas.
Alright, well, he nods and says, well, you're fine where you are right now. This is Salish land itself, but once you get up to Crowland, if you're heading out that way, I wouldn't go much further than Bellingham. Up toward Vancouver and all the area around there is pretty dangerous territory for folks like you, so you should probably be careful. Crows, they're, force unto themselves, and though my partner and I might be guardians here and might be, used to you folks coming over from Seattle, they're not quite so friendly, if you get my meaning.
I'm very thankful for your time and effort in telling us this. It's good that there's lawmen out there that are good nowadays.
Okay, well, he nods and says, well, you folks seem to have everything in order. Have a nice day there. And he just starts walking off.
And you too, officer.
Okay.
I pull out my gun. No, I'm not.
So
they get back.
Kill them.
No witnesses.
Did Tex not bronze us up? Or...
He did a bit, yeah. But they seem to have seen a bit through your disguises. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd tug on Tex's sleeve a bit and be like, I don't know.
Basically, with the hits he got, at a brief glance from a distance, they wouldn't think you're not natives, but up close, it's like fairly obvious. Okay. So they get back in their car and they drive off again, and you guys are still sitting here. So what do you want to do?
I think we should probably... Wait, did you say the car pulled away already?
Yep, they pulled off.
Okay.
Anyone have face paint? No.
I think I tend to want to say, should we just get back on the road?
Yeah, you can go back on the road.
And does the bus have a stereo or radio?
Yeah, of course the bus has a radio. Yeah.
Okay, I put on.
Because I roll for awesome tunes. Oh.
And Born to Be Wild straight after.
Yeah, can we listen to Firestarter?
No.
I too enjoy classical music.
Don't want to get you too worked up, Firehead. It's dangerous.
His favorite song.
I ignored the music and astrally project, circling around our bus, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Did
it takes you. No, you don't have to roll driving just yet. So you just start going again, I guess. Yeah. It takes you about. Let me see. What was your original hits? I think it was 4 on driving, wasn't it? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it takes you about 4 hours to reach Bellingham, taking the back routes and driving a very large and sort of cumbersome and slow bus. But you do eventually get to the capital city, if it could be called that, of the council lands. This is where the various leaders of the tribes meet, and it's sort of like the Congress, I guess you could call it, for the Salish lands. It's representative of all the tribes. It looks much more like it looks much more like a metropolis than anything else. It's not anything like Seattle. It's only got maybe about 200,000 people in it, but it's not a small city by any means. So if you guys want to continue on, you can just drive straight through it, or you can stop and some things like that. It's probably about well, when did you guys set off? Because you guys had a day, so you guys can decide when you left. So when did you want to leave?
I think early morning.
Early morning? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's probably about midday by the time you reach there. So what do you guys want to do? You're currently in that city. You can continue on straight to Meridian if you want to. It's totally up to you.
Is it better to be travelling at night and reaching our destination at night, or is it better to reach there maybe midday? How long is it going to take us to drive there? About?
Well, the drive up from where you are was maybe about double what it took you to get to where you are now. It's just just east, a bit southeast of Vancouver, so it's kind of a drive away. Might take you in the bus maybe 6 hours or so.
What do you guys think? 6 hours? We could do it, or do we want to rest and get there at a better time?
Also, is there any fancy restaurants around the place?
There's some diners, there's some decent restaurants. Most of them would probably require a sin for this particular country. Though.
You're going to pay for the team's lunch?
I'm not. No, I'm not fronting it. I just want a nice. God.
Well, you can get edge back if you take a rest and a meal. So.
Yeah, like she would look for like the nicest, fanciest place there is. You know, like one that he could get into with a fake rating.
We probably don't want a nice, fancy place to stand out.
Yeah.
She wants a nice, fancy
You all
place.
go in painted red and shit.
Frankly, with like she's blatant twatisms, I think Firehead probably should roll some form of "Am I going to flip out?" Thing right now.
Okay. So
it's a very peaceful journey, really.
Well,
he
we're
looks for a
sitting
nice
so
place
far
to
apart.
eat, you know, not like a shitty diner, but like a good family restaurant or some shit like that.
Yeah, you could find a semi-decent restaurant that wouldn't require a sin of any kind.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you guys want to stop for like a few hours or something, it's only midday. I mean, it's up to you guys.
But I mean, like if it's 6 hours and it's midday, that's arriving at night time. Do we want to arrive at night time or do we want to arrive midday tomorrow?
Yeah, we probably maybe would have less trouble during the day, but maybe at night our disguises would be better. I don't know.
I agree. Our disguises would be better. Yeah.
If it's midday, like what, 2 hours to eat a meal, so we would arrive at 8. Not like, I don't say like spend the night here, but like just like 2 hours downtime in the city.
Yeah, we've been on the road for a while, so just stop in for a bite.
Yeah.
Does Giant, do you need to release some urine?
Surprisingly, for Giant's size, he has disproportionately small bladder, so would appreciate opportunity to relieve myself.
Okay, we'll find a place.
Okay, so you guys stop off at just a truck stop kind of thing, and there's a bunch of diners. Most of them are oriented towards Native American foods and things like that. So,
does anyone serve steak?
Yes, they do indeed serve steak, because regardless of what you might think, the USA has had a very large impact on Native Americans. They've adopted quite a few of the same habits. So,
they ordered like biggest, best steak there is.
Yeah, I mean, there's like straight up Texan like steakhouses around the place as well. So.
Do you think you could leave one of your drones on guard duty, watch the bus?
I could do that.
None of the food inside these places is like real steak, just for the record. Most of it is like proteinly, organically grown sort of things.
Oh, okay.
So, if you want like a really fancy place, like a steak would probably cost you like 80 something yuan or whatever.
But you would require a sin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Giant he's not picky. He goes to the nearest like Soy Donald's or something and picks up a soy burger.
Yeah.
I want a Salisbury soy steak.
I guess.
I'm not picky. I live on soy paste, for fuck's sake.
He goes for a real meal of real meat.
Alright, well, if it's a real meal, you'll have to pay like 80. Everybody else would probably pay like 8 yuan for the stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Well, no, Warren, it's built into your lifestyle costs. Food is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's your lifestyle?
Middle.
I don't think you'd be getting steak.
No, that doesn't cover steak dinners.
Fuck.
I mean, I'll let you buy things yourself outside of lifestyle costs, if they're above what you're going for. But it's up to you. So.
I would like to purchase a nice horse steak or buffalo steak.
Alright, well then it will be like 80 yuan then. It's real actual meat.
It's my calculator. So.
Yeah, and as soon as I've got the food, I just go straight back to the bus, and I'm just sitting there on guard if no one else is there, along with the drone.
Yeah, I don't think Kix would be eating inside the establishment.
So Bellingham, seeing as how it's the capital, is a very multicultural place, so even though it's like predominantly Native American, there are a large amount of other cultures and a large amounts of meta-humanity as well. So you guys aren't really regarded that weirdly. Like, some of you might get the odd look, some of you get a lot more looks, like Giant and things like that, but other than that, no one really bothers you or does anything undue to you in any way.
I'm sitting with Giant in the bus, and I'm waving at the people that look at us.
Okay. They don't wave back, they just sort of look at you and then they walk off. Alright. So if everyone is done, if you guys actually do rest and everything, Tex, you can get back at Fate Point. Or, sorry, not Fate Point, an edge.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I spent an edge, or did I pre-thingy my edge?
Did, so you'd get it back.
Did I get a Happy Meal toy, Warren?
Yeah, I guess you can get a soy burger toy. Yes. Or whatever.
It's toxic. You take 2 radiation damage.
It's made of lead.
Don't eat it, Giant.
Oh.
So 3 hours or so of break time. Do you guys continue on? It's now like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Murdoch, make another drive test for me.
We have +6, so piloting ground and then +6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, so you make very good time. So what would have been maybe like a 6-hour trip is cut to, let me see, 4. Yep, 4.
Yeah, we played 20 questions on the bus. On the way.
So
Giant is the worst at it because he doesn't remember anything.
You guys all notice a sort of a change in the atmosphere around as soon as you leave Bellingham and a few towns north of it and a few like random villages that you pass through. Eventually, things get a lot more rugged. The forests that was around you starts to get a lot more sort of primeval, if you know what I mean. As clearly logging attempts and things around here have sort of been stopped by the council as soon as they took power, so the forest has really reclaimed a lot of this area. It would be as wildernessy as wilderness can get in Shadowrun, if you know what I mean. The roads are sort of decrepit and not well maintained, and the villages are small, rinky-dink, kind of one-horse towns is the best way of describing it. So it's sort of Hicksville.
We are a one-horse bus.
Yeah, it's sort of like Hicksville for neo-Native American nation kind of thing, if you know what I mean. And this is also the land of the Cascade Crows. So
I'm actually projecting around the bus, flying around just in case, and so it's sensing.
Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock. Can Murdoch and Tex make a perception test for me? And Amber, visual? You can sense as well. Yeah, it's visual.
Any background count around here?
There is a background count where you are. In fact, the background count is 2.
Okay.
I don't have anything but like my normal perception, which is I'll just roll that. Or do I get anything extra for being driving and being really concentrated?
No, it's just called perception. Actually, can you even perceive while you're jumped into the?
He can actually use his electronics warfare skill to perceive.
Yeah, so you should do that.
It's actually up to him. Like whichever one's better, I think he can use.
Yeah, and the limit is the sensor rating of the vehicle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably like, what's the average vehicle for this category? Let me see.
It's either 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's probably about 3.
Actually, it might be based on size, so it might actually have better sensors.
I'll go ahead and say it's 3, considering like how much you paid for it, whatnot.
And where do I go about finding my electronic warfare skill?
It would actually be a skill. If you don't have it, then
I don't.
Yeah, then the perception will just have to stand. Okay. Alright, so let me see.
At least I'll know if anything coming at us is awakened.
Alright, so none of you actually are able to perceive this. Okay, so as you are driving along, and I'm just going to move you back a bit. When you get to about here, there is a bursting sound, and the vehicle sort of bumps as if it's gone over a, speed ramp or something like that. And it looks like this. Ooh, should be map there.
Oh no.
Okay, and the tires go out quickly, and Murdoch, make a test for me. What is the test to stop a vehicle from crashing? I'm trying to remember. I think it's just a simple drive test.
Sudden stop, easy.
Yeah, something like
Threshold
that.
Threshold 1.
Yeah, that's it.
What my piece of paper says.
Aw, fancy paper.
Go ahead and make it then.
What am I rolling for this? Sorry, just the same driving test.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I see the the bus suddenly stop, I get back to my body and ask, what happened?
Well, first of all, I have to see if you can stop the bus. Okay, yeah, he can very easily stop the bus. That was a really good roll.
We hit a spike strip.
Yeah, so you guys, he managed to suddenly stop the bus without it skidding or like tipping over or anything like that. And both the front and the back wheels, or well, the various wheels, there's probably like 6 or so, have gone out. And you guys are in, it's about 6, 7 o'clock now, and the sun is starting to go down, and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, and everything is deadly quiet. But the wheels are gone, so.
Do we have spares?
Fantastic.
The bus has spares, but it will take some time to, swap them out.
I'm putting all my armor on, making sure my gun's loaded.
Okay. Feel free to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so before anyone else gets out, Giant grabs his riot shield and shit and gets his shotgun in his other hand, and then he goes to the door and just is the first one out the door and guards the door from anyone else and just looks around to see if he can see if anyone's waiting in ambush for us or anything like that.
How big is your riot shield? It's
like a buckler on his arm.
Huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so visual?
Visual, yeah. Oh, and actually, I forgot to do something for you, dude. A while back, I mentioned I was going to do it, and it totally slipped my mind. So sorry. When you got to the checkpoint, way back when, forgive me for forgetting this. Could you do a memory check?
God, here we go. Another critical glitch.
Even if it's a glitch, it'll just, I've already figured out what I'm going to do.
Yay!
Oh, you got it. Nice. Okay. All right. So when you guys got to the checkpoint, Giant, the following happens to you, looking at the men in military uniform and things like that. So your vision fades for a moment, and you feel as if someone has smacked you in the head. Then you feel the press of rain against your back as it comes down and rivulets across your bald head and down your back. Before you lies a vast open boreal forest. After a few moments, you realize that the water that soaks you to the bone is icy cold, but it doesn't bother you. It should, but you don't know why. Something in your ear perks up, and in thick Russian, you hear a slightly static voice say into your ear, "Squad 5, position 3, silent advance." In the bushes, you had not noticed were around you till now, so fixated on the beautiful untouched forest in front of you. Many figures in full combat scrubs emerge from the snowy undergrowth and advance down the hill onto the boreal climate before you. Instinctively, you move to go with them, even though you don't know why, and then the vision ends.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. You can now, if you choose, take military as a knowledge, but you have to pay for it, as per the rules.
Okay, I'll make a note of that somewhere.
Okay. So that's what happened to you back at the checkpoint.
Yeah, sweet.
Amber and Kix are just doing hits of psych off each other's tits and stuff.
How is psych administered? Is it snorted? Is it a pill? Is it okay?
It's ingestion.
Think of baby Jesus, and I will roll perception now. Wow.
Damn.
Okay, you have thermographic vision, I guess, because it's getting low light now. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you don't see anything in the immediate vicinity around you, and you have pretty good vision. You see the odd bird or random animals scurrying around, but nothing that jumps out as a human.
So yeah, I am lean back so I can shout into the bus. Doesn't it look like anyone is about to jump on us? Don't know why this tire trap was here. Maybe Murdoch, you can come out, try and fix wheels.
I'll give it a look with my own eyes, and I project again.
Sure.
And assess the immediate area around us. Background count of 2, correct?
Yep.
Can I
actually, just Amber, you've noticed that the closer you seem to be going to where you're going, the background count is steadily increasing.
Okay.
Okay, so sensing around you, you basically just see the same. You see the aura of various creatures. You detect, the aura, small given off aura of the trees and things like that. But other than that, nothing really interesting.
I'll actually edge that. Why not? 6 successes.
Yep. So I guess you're going like how many meters around the bus are you checking?
I'm checking 100, and 100-meter radius around the bus.
Yep. So in 100 meters around the bus, you can indeed detect that there is nothing.
Okay.
That screams out to you, and you can say that with some large amount of confidence.
Okay. Yeah. I get back to my body and say, "Guess we're clear. Someone must have forgotten about that spike trap."
Can I say to Kix, would maybe if that spike trap has some form of way of communicating to the owner that left it here, maybe it have a signature. Are you able to look through the matrix?
I'll try, but before I do, I'd just like to ask Tex if the rental place mentioned any kind of emergency roadside help kind of thing. Like, is there? Can they point us to the nearest garage that would like sell us some tires or?
There's spare tires in the compartment of the bus. So.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
That many? Cool.
Okay.
Giant will be Jack. He will lift the bus. He'll put wheels on.
Damn straight.
Goodbye, Giant. Goodbye.
So
would you be able to check the matrix?
I'm gonna try.
Well, you have to see if the trap. Yeah, you'll have to go like inspect the trap first. So.
Physically inspect the trap.
Yep. It may just be a regular trap.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
I just thought like if I go in the matrix, then its icon would show up or something.
Well, it could be running silently. Okay. You can pop into the matrix, but you see no icons besides the ones that belong to your team. So.
Okay, well, I'll physically inspect it then.
Okay, so do you have a hardware skill?
Hardware skill. I don't know actually, let me see.
I believe you do.
Yes, you do.
So I do.
Yep, so go ahead and roll that.
Should it be logic based or is it intuition based?
It is logic based.
Okay. Alright.
Wow.
Okay. So.
Oh, I'm on psych too. Does that help in any way?
Yes, I gave you one more dice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll one more dice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So inspecting the trap as you can see it. This one does look a little different from your standard police one or military one used for blockades and things like that. At the back of this end here, where it was deployed, you can see that there's some sort of modular compartment which seems to have been sort of hardwired onto it that shouldn't be there, and you can tell that it is some sort of wireless transmitter of some kind.
Crush it.
So, Kix, is this valuable?
For selling, no.
It's already done its job. It's alerted its owner to the fact we're here. Ignore the spike strip. Let's get on with the wheels.
Take an hour and stab it through it. Done.
Well, we could edit it, right? Make it say something else.
False alarm or...
Exactly.
Yep. Right. You could, yeah.
If it's running silent though, and I can't see it in the matrix, like...
You'll have to find it first.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Does the device not have a data jack or anything?
Yeah, does it have a universal data port?
It does.
Oh.
You should plug into that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just like
just pretend like I know how to deck, because I don't actually.
These guys will tell you anyway, and you'll get it eventually.
So. We'll help you.
You plug brain into USB port.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay, so you're automatically plugged into it. So you still need to gain a mark on it though. So feel free to do that. So a hack on the fly would work.
Yeah. +1 for psych.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't very good.
Okay, it resists.
Oh, it's only device rating, so.
So it returns access denied.
Should you just do it again?
Yeah, you can try it again, yeah.
Well, she reboots her deck and then tries again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she knows to do that.
I didn't reboot hard enough.
Okay, so you do this time gain a mark on the device, yes. Okay. Right, so you have one mark on the device. So if you want to control it, you could possibly do that with a control device. Or you could attempt to... Well, actually, yeah, you'll have to control it. So it'll be electronic warfare plus int.
Mm-hmm. What is... I'm so shit today.
Okay, so it yet again says, incorrect error, command line problem, and it doesn't work.
Why can't I hear the theme tune from Deliverance going off in the background? Ding 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 ding.
You're insane. What?
You're too young to get the reference, Ollie.
I am, but
You could
Squeal like a pig.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I forget again. Is it trying to get additional marks? Is it more difficult to get additional marks, or it makes it harder for the thing to resist if you have additional marks?
Neither.
Neither. Well, it says here that you gain mark -4 for 2 marks, -10 for 3.
That's if you want to get two
all
marks
in
at
one.
once.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, now I remember.
If you're in a hurry and you're sure about your dice pool.
So what do you want to do? Fail to control it.
Reboot.
I guess
mark
just
again.
keep trying. What else can I do? Just be like, sorry guys.
You'll have to reboot, mark it again, and then try and control it again.
Could she try to edit file on the device instead?
No, there's no file like that to edit. It's a completely command line system. So.
She has all of the hacking tools possible. Are there any hacking tools that would help with this?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of programs she could probably use. I mean, if these guys could probably advise her because they know more about all the programs. I only know the choice ones, but there's probably some obscure thing that would probably help here.
Let me check. You have everything. First, run virtual machine because it gives you 2 spaces.
Yeah, okay.
And then you can get stealth, which will increase your sleeves by 1. Doesn't give you any dice pool, but still useful.
I just try again, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay.
You need to try again, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, sleaze it again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's for the mark.
You gain a mark, yeah. So control device again.
Could I assist her with this, Warren?
Yes, but there's only one access port, so you'd have to do it wirelessly, if you know what I mean. Let me see.
Oh wait, never mind.
Is this hardware? Because I've got relatively good hardware.
No, it's
Never mind.
electronic warfare.
Yeah, you get it. You break through its command shell, and all of its program is open to you.
Actually, Murdoch probably has better skill than me in that for assisting.
Okay, well, I'm in control of it, so I can.
Yep, you can tell it what to do. You control it now. Yeah.
Interrupt its transmission. That it was triggered. I don't know. It seems like that message has already been sent. Can I go through time and?
No, you have root access. You can just turn it off, or you can alter it to say that it hasn't. Found anything. It's totally up to you.
Change location. It is broadcasting. Send them somewhere else.
They know where they put it, probably though, unless they have several devices and I don't know that.
They might have several.
Maybe I just change the message that it's transmitting.
Yeah, if we say false reading.
Inactive, I mean.
Okay, so you set it to inactive, and as if it hasn't activated. Okay. All right. So with that word, it the transmission clearly indicates that it stopped sending any active sequence, and it goes into whatever it calls dormant mode, and that's what it sends back to you.
Okay.
Does anybody have mechanical skills?
Looking at Murdoch.
I look at the rigger.
Not anything with that direct word on it. I have cyber tech.
There's actually automotive mechanic.
No.
While I'm in this machine, can I possibly get the location of where it's transmitting to?
Yes, you can by doing a trace.
Is trace a skill?
It's a
yes. You need
it's
to.
A roll.
Yeah, you need to detect the icon of the device that is bound to this. So obviously the person who owns this has left a mark on it so that they can communicate with it. So first you need to detect its mark. So that is literally just a matrix perception.
Warren, if this device is slaved to the other person, she automatically has a mark on the other thing.
It's not slaved to it.
Oh, okay.
So
it just has a mark on it. Yeah.
To trace, you need to mark it again for 2 marks.
Yep, you need an additional mark.
Okay.
A fine hack.
It says access denied.
Try again, Mimsy.
Thing is, was she need to reboot now?
Did she fail a sleaze action?
Yes.
Then if she doesn't, whoever she tried to use the sleaze action against gets a mark on her.
Yeah, it now has a mark on you. So.
Yeah, she reboots.
By rebooting, it gets rid of those marks.
When I reboot, then I have to get the first mark, then I have to control the machine again, and then
you lose your mark as well.
Yeah, but you need to mark it twice. You don't need to control it.
You
anymore.
you could edge to just beat it, because I mean you got 4, and it can't be far off because it's going on device rating and a bunch of other things. So.
Yeah, okay. I'll just spend an edge then. Do I have to roll or?
Well, you got 4 successes out of 13, so you'd roll 9 more dice. Yeah, so you definitely beat it. So you now have 2 marks in it, okay? And it doesn't have a mark on you. So, do you want to do a matrix perception now to try and find any marks on it?
Yes.
Obviously from whoever is controlling it from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Or using it remotely.
Matrix perception.
Computer plus intuition.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so you indeed detect a mark, and the mark looks like a bloody crow holding a hatchet.
I'm sure they're nice.
I wonder.
So you can trace the icon if you want to.
Yeah. Using the same thing,
computer plus intuition, yeah.
After a few months of Shadowrun, I'll get it. Okay, that's my trace.
Ooh, okay, so you fail to trace it by a large amount, and that was a
doesn't matter.
Doesn't
data
matter.
processing.
Oh, it's data processing. Okay, so you just failed to acquire it.
You can just try again.
Yeah, whatever you were trying to trace scrambled you quite significantly in your attempt to do it.
So if I try again, do I have to start from the beginning and do I have to?
No, you can just try again.
Okay.
Does she try again at a -1? Because it's like
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not like normal combat, of course.
Yeah, data
But
processing
Shadowrun,
actions you can do all day.
I know Shadowrun and its inconsistencies, though. You would figure it would be -1, wouldn't you? Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, you do indeed manage to trace the icon. Let me see. Find physical location of device or persona. Okay. Alright, so you can tell that it is a mark on what appears to be a comlink of some kind, and that the comlink is maybe a mile or two, or a kilometer, so whatever way you want to use it, and that it is approaching at a speed roughly consistent to walking distance. So in a few minutes, give or take, the 10, 20, maybe 10, 15 minutes it takes to walk a kilometer, that's how long it'll take for it to arrive where you are.
Okay, I will let the team know this.
Did I spot tracks on this side of the bus, Warren?
Did you do a tracking test?
I can roll, now if you want. But
yeah,
that's what Tex has been doing.
Yeah, you'll have to do it.
Put your ear to the ground. I can sense I can hear someone walking in this direction.
A kilometer away, good luck with you. So there are an awful lot of tracks. Most of them look like animal tracks, and you can't really discern anything that screams as human or bipedal.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side.
What did we get from the, sorry, Anne.
Okay, so there are some definite attempts to conceal some tracks here, and it looks like a heavy laden boot of some kind. And it looks custom, because it doesn't have Nike or anything printed on it.
Yeah, so Tex is like, Giant, come check this out.
What is this? The footprint?
Yeah, someone's trying to hide their footprints, so they might approach from this side.
Give a nod. We should set ambush. They mean to do same to us with turntables.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad idea.